Well, friends, speaking of going places and doing so many things, today is an awesome day to go outside if you can, as long as your weather's not too bad. Because today, what we're going to be making in our class is super, super fun. Has anybody maybe seen what we might be making today? Raise your hand if you know what we're going to make today. Nivon, what are we making today?
Paper airplanes.
Paper airplanes? Super fun. Has anybody made a paper airplane before? Give me a thumbs up if you've made a paper airplane before. Awesome. It's been a really long time since I've made one, so I might need my friend's help. And I'm hoping that maybe we can make one or two different kinds of airplanes today. But airplanes, how do airplanes travel? Do they travel on the ground? In the water? Where do you find airplanes? Arya?
In the sky.
In the sky, up in the air. Have any of my friends been on an airplane before? Raise your hand if you've been on an airplane before. Awesome. Maybe you've been to a really fun place before. Has anybody been somewhere fun before that they want to share? Oh, raise your hand, Christabel.
I went to a parking lot.
Oh, you did?
It doesn't really sound fun, but it is because I got to ride my bike.
Oh, that is super fun. But let's think, friends, what about airplanes? Where have you been on an airplane before?
Well, I haven't been on an airplane.
That's okay. Drew, where have you been?
We were gonna go on an airplane when I was 4, and it was my birthday, and I was gonna turn 5, and then I was already 5. But we were gonna go to Hawaii, but coronavirus came.
Oh, has anybody been on? Ah, yes. Has anybody been on an airplane maybe before everything happened? Alyssa?
Yeah. Next Saturday, I'm going to go to Diggerland in 2 places in Jersey.
Whoa, that's super fun. Daswika, what about you?
I went to Niagara.
Oh, I've never been there before. How about any of my other friends? Nivon?
I have went to Phoenix in an airplane.
Oh, okay. That's super fun too. Eleanor, what about you?
When I was a baby, I went to the beach on an airplane.
Oh, awesome. Well, friends, even if you haven't been on an airplane, it still is super awesome to think about airplanes. Raise your hand if you've seen an airplane in the sky before. Okay, yeah. Do they go slow or do they go fast in the sky? What do you think? Does an airplane go slow or fast in the sky?
It looks like they're going slow, but they're actually
Friends,
going like
you
super
might
fast.
know. Remember, Tucson, we got to raise our hands if we want to share something. Okay, do they go fast or slow, Arya?
Fast.
They do go fast. They look like they're going really slow, and when we're inside of an airplane, it might not feel like we're going fast. But an airplane goes faster than a boat. It goes faster than a car. It's faster than if we walk somewhere. It's going to get us somewhere quicker. And now we're not going to make a real airplane, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at how we can make some paper airplanes. Now, some of my friends, maybe you've made them before and maybe you haven't, but this will be fun for us to do together. So all that you need for our class today, my friends, is paper. If you have colored paper, that's okay too. I just have some white paper here today, but colored paper works awesome as well. So I'm going to take my paper here and I'm going to begin folding to make my very first airplane. Now make sure, friends, that you follow along very closely so you know what to do. The first thing we're going to do to make the airplane is we are going to fold it in half like this. Once I fold it in half, I need to fold it down the line and make sure that all of the ends are touching each other. I'm gonna go ahead and fold my paper to show you what it should look like. Okay, make sure we line all the ends up here. Okay, perfect. This is what it should look like when you have it folded like this. If you've done this with your paper, you're already on your way to making an airplane. Now you can open your piece of paper back up, friends. When you open this piece of paper back up, you're now going to make some triangles. You're going to take this corner here and you're going to fold it down until you can make a triangle on this side. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. We're going to fold it down so we can make another triangle on this side. I'll show you what one of my sides looks like when I've got it complete. Here's what one side should look like. If you've got a triangle like this, you're off to a good start. And then I'm going to do the other side and do the same thing here. All right, my friends. It should look like this. It kind of looks like a house now. Kind of looks like a house now. Now if we take it, friends, we can push it back together. If I push it back together, it's going to look like this. The next step that I want to do is very simple. When I have it like this, what's going to happen is I'm going to need to make some wings for it. So I'm going to need to be bending my sides backwards. I'm going to be bending this side backwards. So let me show you how we bend it back. We're going to bend it all the way back to the front point here. Let me show you what I mean when I say that. Take a look. I had it like this, and I'm going to fold this piece of paper down right here on the little crease. And then I'm going to push, 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 push it down like this. So it should look like this on one side of your paper airplane. Kind of is starting to look like a paper airplane here, but now we've got to do the other side too. So now I'm going to take the other side and I'm going to fold it down. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold, fold, fold so it matches up with the other side. It should look like this on one side. And it should look like this on the other side here. Drew, do you have a question?
Do that.
How do I do what?
How did you do that?
Do what part?
The folding it.
From the wings?
Yeah.
Okay, so take a look. We'll go back to this step here. I'll show you. Before we folded it, our piece of paper was like this. But I'm going to have to take my paper and I'm going to have to hold it down with my finger. And I'm going to have to push in a little bit here. And once I push in there, I can slowly start pinching my finger down to make that other side. And once I do that, I can take my finger here and I can push it down to the other side here as well. Now, friends, once we're on this step here, Jonathan, do you have a question?
Well, I kind of didn't see when you folded that, so I don't know how you folded it that way.
Okay, if we missed a step in here, don't worry, friends, because this will be on Circletime as well. So if you missed a step, you can go back later and watch this video. And we're not going to make just one paper airplane. We're going to have time to make another one here. So make sure you follow along closely with our next one here. But now, friends, it's folded down like this. You're going to take your wings and you're going to push them up like this to give you your airplane. Now, I don't know how well my airplane is going to fly here. Maybe some airplanes will fly better than others, but I'm gonna go ahead here and see if we can fly the airplane. All right, I'm gonna try it here and see if it can go all the way to the wall over here. Let's see if we can fly our airplane. Whoa! It did a circle and it came back around. I thought it was gonna go all the way over there. Let me try to throw that one more time. Whoa! That time it went a little bit further here. But I think we could make a paper airplane that might be a little bit better. Give me a thumbs up if you want to try another paper airplane with me. All right, let's try another paper airplane. So again, I need a piece of paper for me to do this here. The next thing that I'm going to make, this kind of paper airplane, we're going to call it a dart because we want this to zoom through like a dart would be if we had one. So what we're going to do for this step here is we're going to start with the same thing. I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to be folding it in half like this. And then I want to take my paper and fold it down the line and make sure I pinch, 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 pinch all the way down. I'll show my friends what my paper will look like when I'm finished here. Should look like this. If you did this with your paper, you're off to a great start for your airplane here. Awesome, my friends. Your papers look great. Okay, the next step for our paper airplane. We are going to make triangles, but the triangles that we're going to make, they're not going to look quite the same as the other triangles that we had before. What we're going to do here is the first step will start the same, but then we'll end up folding a bit more. So again, start with your normal step where you go and you fold it in like this, and you're going to make those two triangles again. Once you make those two triangles, you'll be all set. I'll show my friends again how we make that one triangle. Gonna push, push, push down. Here's one side. Now I'm gonna take the other side and we're gonna do the same thing. Gonna push, push, push down. Now I have two triangles. If your piece of paper looks like this, you're off to a great start for your airplane here. Okay, now it's looking the same here. It's looking the same, but it's not going to be quite the same as our other airplane. Why? Because we're gonna fold it again before we go and do it back up. Before we push it together, we need to do something different. What we're going to do, my friends, is we need to take one side and we need to tuck it in even more. Watch. You're going to have to push your fingers together to make another line here that's going to come down like this. You want your piece of paper to look like this. You're going to have to pick it up from this corner here. And you're going to need to push it, push it, push it until it makes a crease like this. I'm going to make this crease so I can show you what it looks like when it's complete on one side here. Okay. It should look like this on one side of your paper. If it looks like this, then you have done this step correctly. Now, I have to do the same thing on the other side. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it in as well. It's easier, my friends, if you put it down on a table to help you fold. But I'm going to make that same exact thing. Now it should look like this. If it looks like this, you're off to a great start. Awesome, my friends. It's looking great. Okay, now what we need to do is we're going to find that middle line on the back, and you're going to take it and you're going to fold it and make sure that we can get a nice crease here. So you might have to push down on your middle line again, but you want to make sure that everything can go inside here. Want to push, push, push everything in there. Okay, now we're almost ready to be done with this, but it still needs another step. The next step it needs, does anybody know what we forgot to do on the airplane? This looks like a triangle right now. What did we forget to do, Coco?
We need to make wings.
We need to make some wings. So to make the wings, we're gonna make them bigger this time than we made our last ones. This time, my friends, you're gonna take your paper and you're going to make a triangle until it goes all the way down to this corner here. And then you are going to fold. You will push, 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 and make a triangle. Once you've made this triangle here, you've already got one of your wings. If you flip over your paper here, you'll do the same thing. This side will need to fold down. When we fold it down here, it should look like this on both sides. One side will look like this, and the other side will look like this. If yours looks like this so far, then you're doing great. We're almost done with this airplane here. Now the last step here is to take the wings and to push them up. If you want to, you can make your wings bigger. If you'd like to, you can make your wings bigger. All you need to do is to make them bigger is to push them down a little bit further here. Now we've got an airplane here. Now this one looks a little bit fancier here. It's a little bit sharper of a point, as you can see. I wonder if this one will fly. Do you think we can make this one fly? Let's see if the dart flies. Whoa! That one went really far. It shot straight across my room here. Oh my goodness. For my other friends who made your dart, maybe yours flew across the room too. Alyssa, do you want to say something?
So this one flies really deep. My last one I made.
Yeah, this one goes even faster. This one's even better than that last one we made. Yes. How about one more airplane? Can we try to make one more airplane together, friends? I think so. Again, my friends, if you missed any of the last steps, it's okay because you can go back on Circletime later and you can watch all of these steps again to rewatch how to make the plane. But let's go ahead and try to make one more here together. Again, we're going to grab a piece of paper, and the very first thing I'm going to do to make this one here is I'm going to be folding it in half. We're going to fold it in half. Drew, do you want to say something?
I don't want to make another paper airplane.
You don't have to, friend. You can just follow along and watch. That's okay. So, friends, I'm going to take my piece of paper here and I'm going to fold it in half just like I did with that last one here. And when I do, it looks like this. If your piece of paper looks like this, you're on your way to making your next paper airplane. Now you're going to open it back up, my friends, and guess what? You're going to do the same exact thing. You're going to take this side here and you're going to fold it to make another triangle here. And you're going to make another triangle here, just like we've been doing for all of our other airplanes. Aria, do you have a question?
I want to show you my drawing.
Okay. Oh, I love it. I love the hearts too. All right. So friends, it should look like this when you've completed that step. Again, it kind of looks like a house. Now, if you remember the last step that we did, that will be helpful to make this one here. If you remember, my friends, we took this piece here and we folded it in again here. Whoops, let me show my friends. We folded it again like this, my friends, to make that point. You need to do that again for this step. You're going to take this piece here, you're going to fold it in just like we did for that last step. Once you do this, you're gonna push it down. Push, push, push. I'll show you what it looks like when I've done mine here. Whoop. Make sure I've got my point here. All right, and I'm gonna push, push, push. So it should look like this on one side. Now your other side, my friends, we're gonna take it and we're gonna also do the same thing. I'm gonna put my piece of paper down so it's easier for me here. And I'm gonna push, push, push. And your piece of paper should look like this. Susan, do you have a question?
Yeah.
Oh. What's your question?
Is this the same airplane?
It's not going to be the same airplane. It's going to be different.
Because I fell behind.
This one here, take a look, friends. It does look like the last one that we just made, but now we're going to do something different with it. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to be taking this point here, and we're going to be folding it down. What? We're going to take the point here, and we're going to fold it down. I'm going to fold my point all the way down to where it meets right here. This kind of airplane, I don't know if this one will work very well for us. We'll have to check it out. But this one here, this one's called a glider. This kind of airplane is called a glider. I don't know if it'll work. But this step here, again, I had my piece like this, and I just folded it down till it hit that piece right here. Okay, my friends, we're ready for the next step here. And the next step here is I'm going to have to refold this middle line again. I'm going to have to push my paper together to make sure I've got that line. I'm going to push, 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 push down. All right. This kind of looks funky here. I don't know if this plane's gonna work very well for us, but we're still missing one thing here. This one's got a weird point. Maybe it'll glide through with the air in the middle. I don't know. But there's one more step that we need to do, my friends. The next step that we need to do here is we need to take this and we need to fold it again. We need to fold it again. Let me show my friends how we're going to fold it again here. I want to fold it one more time down, my friends, to make a point over. I'm going to make a point over. I'm going to take this piece here and I'm going to wrap it down like this and I'm going to fold. Now I'm going to take this piece here and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to wrap it down and I'm going to make another little triangle. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of folding here. I wonder if this one's going to work. We've got a big point at the front here, my friends. We took these pieces when we folded down and we folded this one in like this. And we folded the other one in like this. All right, my friends, this is looking pretty cool here already. But now we're gonna fold it up. Now we will fold it up. When you fold it up, this front part is going to feel a little bit hard to push. So push, push, push as hard as you can with your fingers to push that crease together. Now, friends, this paper airplane is going to be fast to fall down because this one has a heavier point at the front here. Our glider hopefully will glide and go all the way down in, but we still need to have wings. We do not have any wings yet. So, to make those wings, what we need to do, my friends, is we are going to fold down until my piece hits the bottom right here. And I'm going to fold, fold, fold to make my crease. I'll show my friends what it looks like once I do that. Fold, fold, fold. One side should look like this now. If one of your sides look like this, you're off to a great start. Now, friends, I'm going to flip it over to the other side and I'm going to do that one more time. Again, I'm going to take this piece of paper and I'm going to fold it down until it comes right here to the corner. Now it should look like this on one side and it should look like this on the other side here. If it looks like this, you are ready to go. We're going to take our wings and we're going to push them back up. It should look like this at the top here. We've got more of a glide here. I don't know how this one's going to work here. Maybe my friends can try it out at your house, see if it works well. I don't know. I'm going to give mine a try. Let's see how the glider works. Whoa! Mine did a spin and it went all the way through. That one works awesome. All right, my friends, so much fun flying paper airplanes with you today. It is time for me to say goodbye to you, but do not go anywhere at all, my friends, because we have an amazing class planned right now. Please give Utah a warm welcome for Craft Your Own Adventure, friends. Goodbye.